EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in Silicon Valley. And with the foghorn bellowing behind us, that means it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers, has us set to get started. And we are underway here in Silicon Valley. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
In trouble, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's complete to Pearson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Again in the air for Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
49ers, first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
The tight end in motion now. McCaffrey. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Purdy. That one is taken in to Marcus Robinson. Touchdown, San Francisco. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He takes off.
A 7-yard gain. And the Seahawks first down. A gain of 7.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. 20-yard pickup there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
20. That's another Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Seattle.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners' 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's got it at the 7, and he will get into the end zone. A.J. Barner, touchdown Seahawks.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Seahawks come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. To return is Ricky Pearsall. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
On second down, Purdy. He'll get this out to the left flat. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. To the outside, catch made by Evans. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third down, they need 5. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
That's interference.
That might make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
Throwing is Purdy. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Trouble in there, caught by Kittle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll throw again with Purdy. He'll look underneath here for McCaffrey. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20 as we are ready to get back underway. This one is caught by Robinson. And he'll somehow turn this into a net positive, getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Throwing again is Purdy. And that is incomplete.
I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on 4th down. He didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. That's caught. It's Evans. And he's in. Mike Evans. Touchdown. 49ers.
You know, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, talk him down to the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in the 1st half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Nick Emanwari is there to make the play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 6. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Niners first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
1st and 10 for Purdy. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And he will go all the way. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown San Francisco. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will take a 21-7 lead.
Seahawks 7.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Purdy. That is out quickly into the hands of Curtis. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. A gain there of 11. 1st down, 49ers.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
They run on the jet sweep, and that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
He'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Now a give on the ground. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Seattle.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Alfred Collins there to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. A give to Charbonnet. Finding space at the 15. And he will score! Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seattle.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Seahawks 14.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. He'll find his tight end, Kittle on the right side.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. To throw, Purdy. To the right side, and Kurt's got it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
A first down throw for Purdy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. Kirk is the motion man. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Open man downfield is Kittle. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Purdy going to put it up again. Jerry Reeves getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
On second down, Purdy. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing third down at the moment. Here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Jake Targis. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the 49ers have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Darnold taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball at its highest point, but come down with the pick.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Niners will have great field position right around midfield.
He's just late on that throw. I don't even think he ever saw that defender drop into the zone, and it ends up costing the team the ball.
The Niners offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. It's 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the first down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again is Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle.
Purdy's pass complete to number 85, George Kittle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Pinheiro's kick is good. And the 49ers will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't know if there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. Darnold to throw on first down. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Shaheed now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Quarter begins with a run. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
32-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Here's a run inside, and it's shot ahead. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Shaheed in motion. Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
It's 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Niners offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. Sideline at the 35, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He'll get that one to James. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 21.
A gain there of 21. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front. And we can see the results.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long. Here's Purdy. He'll swing this out to James. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Alfred Collins there to bring him down.
27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll step up and run, and he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. To the middle, it's cut. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9. Now, Kyle Shanahan not happy with that last call, and he's going to put out that red challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling. The ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Try the right side this time, and that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket, but I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
At the 50-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and
9. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's JSN. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the gun, on third down, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw. He still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're going to try to keep it going. Purdy now back near his goal line. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
To Ricky Pearsall. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. And that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And that will lead to a second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Back over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
A gain of 12 yards.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to the air is Purdy. Now he's just going to flip this forward. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. This one caught left side by Evans. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of a yard.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Purdy. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The 49ers out for the punt. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return. How good is that? Backs him up all the way to the 2. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Alfred Collins on the stop. A gain of a yard, 2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
At his own 8-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Seattle.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. A gain of 21 yards.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Here's Charbonnet. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. We typically see the big guys up front, Mike, make plays at the line. But every so often, he's able to drive through, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Darnold. Taken in right side by Barners. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That is caught. And he will have the Seahawks first down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be. In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down. And that brings up 4th down. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now the point after try from Myers. His kick is good, and the Seahawks are able to edge a bit closer.
34, Seahawks 21.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Purdy going to keep this one himself. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
On 2nd down, it's McCaffrey. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here's Purdy. He'll try and get there on the ground. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
It's a gain of 18. And the 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Good running inside the 25. Guanarani brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another
A gain there of 21. 1st down, 49.
At the 18-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Purdy now on 2nd down. This one is caught by Kirk. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll step up and run this. And he's into the end zone. Purdy, touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Purdy and the 49ers will try to get 2 more.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point
The
conversion.
tight end motioning left here. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. Escaping to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
21.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Well, Seahawks offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Go play action with Darnold. That one to Zach Charbonnet. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
Darnold. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he's going to have a Seahawks 1st down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Throw on the run is complete. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. First and 10. Darnold to the air once more. Over the middle, Smith and Jigbo in the ground. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And the Seahawks First down.
Darnold to throw again. Look wide. Get this one complete. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they'll stop with 28 seconds to go in the game.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw again is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. He finds Huff along the out route. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard
Nothing
line.
really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball and will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.